Hello. My name is Fred. I'm the founder of RivalRyze, which is a gaming Discord application that allows you to compete, host contests, and basically gamify your community. We are closely integrated into Discord with our Discord application, and this video is kind of a tutorial guide into both the installation of the Discord app into your server, and I'm going to go over a few of the features and the settings so that you could set it up the way that you want. So what I've done to begin is I've set up a demo Discord server here on the left. On the right hand side, I will have our web browser just so that we can go through things at the same time and you could see how things are reflected in Discord. So this is just your server. The only thing you need to remember is that you need to have community mode enabled for the RivalRyze bot to create the contest threads. I'm not sure why Discord does this, but for threads to be supported within a server, you need to have community mode enabled. It doesn't do anything different. It doesn't make the server public if that's a concern. For our sake and for hosting contests on your server, you need threads and you will need to enable community mode. So if you're new to RivalRyze, you're going to have to register and connect your Discord account. I'm obviously already logged in. If I go check out the guilds page, this is where I will have the create a guild button here. This is the initial process into adding the app to your server. Once you click this, you can either copy the link or you can be redirected directly via this button. Once you're directed over to Discord, you'll be able to select the server you want to add the bot to. I'm going to be selecting my RivalRyze demo server. This is the server that I've created here for the purpose of this video. I'm going to continue. It might look like a lot of permissions, but it does not ask for admin privileges. So this is actually the better way of doing things. Once I authorize the app, we're going to take a look on the left here. RivalRyze has just shown up. Cool. Now we're going to start the onboarding process. The first step of which is to create our RivalRyze channels. Each of these channels has a different purpose. The info channel, here, let me show you guys what it looks like via a server that already has this. So your info channel will have basic links to RivalRyze, your server's stats within our application, number of members, the points, achievements, completions, and your rankings. These guys are the top of the top. Then we'll have a completion of the month. This can be changed if you want, if you're a live service playing community, but we generate this image when a user completes a game. This is a very difficult game to complete, and we've created this image. And then the monthly user leaderboard. This is based off of actual gaming activity and will reflect the points live as soon as they're updated. This is for the month of March. Then we have our activity feed. So when a user unlocks achievements, we're going to be able to edit all of these settings later on so that you could tailor the activity feed to show exactly what your server is interested in. And we even have access control so that if you might want just server donators to be on the activity feed, you can role restrict who you want to actually show up here. And then we have our forum channel, which I spoke about previously, which has the contests. There's a wide range of different contests. I will get into those once we're done. But if we navigate back to our demo server, the first step here is to create those channels. So the bot will generate them automatically. If I click this Sync Channels button, as you can see on the left, they are all nicely created. And we'll get the feedback here. The one thing to note as well is that once these channels are actually created in your server, feel free to rename them and move the category around if you want. We have the server IDs, so you don't have to worry about any of that. So once that's done, you're technically pretty much set up. All you have to do is start sharing the link to your RivalRyze page. Users can actually join the guild via the info channel, or they can use some of the commands such as /guild. If I want to search up a guild, I can do that here. I can check my stats, do /me, which will give me my profile. I have these are the overall stats. I have my account connections with Steam. So these are my Steam stats, my PlayStation stats. We're going to be supporting all of the Riot Games live service offerings as well. And we currently support Dota 2. So you're going to have access to all of those commands via your server. Now let's take a look at these server settings. Here in the profile, you can link any of your community's socials if you would like to. Then if we want to tailor the activity feed. So remember, the activity feed is this channel here, which when a user unlocks an achievement or completes a game, your community can interact with that completion. They can even tip the user if they want. So how you control this activity feed is completely up to you. You can even move it over to a different channel if you would like. If I want it to just be that certain Discord roles are the only ones that show up in the activity feed, this might be useful for something like a streamer. If you just want to see the streamer or content creators activity instead of all of the members, then you can add that role and it will restrict the activity feed only for those roles. Then you have your toggles for general settings, what you want to see, right? Membership status when users join the guild, account connections when a user purchases a game, allowing not safe for work games, game completions, and then individual achievements. You can even set like a rarity threshold, right? So often users like it a little bit lower, right? So that it doesn't pollute with too many achievements. And then you have your live service controls over here. Then in access control, you can kind of have a synced way to allow your RivalRyze users on your server to have the same permissions as you, the owner, right? So if you have some mods that you want them to automatically have the same admin privileges in our application, you can actually just select that role and it will make sure that they have the same privileges to change the settings and create contests as your Discord server, right? Guild contest creation, you can restrict this as well. You can say that not every guild member can create contests, just admins. And then for global contests, these are kind of platform-wide contests that we host ourselves. If we take a look here, you can see that we have a few going on right now. We have our Resident Evil contest. We had our Mugenics contest that's still in progress. So if you want your server, wow, these guys are tight. If you want your server having those contest threads created along with the other servers, right, then you can leave that on, right? But if you really just want this tool to be used only for creating contests within your own community, then feel free to toggle that off, right? So yeah, that's kind of the overview of the settings themselves. Now that we have that set up and we've played around with our settings, let's go ahead and create a guild contest. So we're going to create a battle. These are coming soon. Let's do, has a cool game come out recently? Let's just do an achievement points battle. This is basically users unlock achievement based off of the difficulty. We attribute a certain amount of points. I'm very excited to get a lot of complaints about my points should be worth more. It is a difficult algorithm and we're working on it continually. I'm not going to play around too much with these settings, but duration, you can allow users to join after the start date, and then you can have a wide range of different modifiers. This is where it gets interesting. So if you want to create the thread and you want it to be just a community contest, right? You can select guild contest here. Select the guild you want to create that contest for. We're going to do our RivalRyze demo server. And then if we check out our guild rewards here, you can actually select roles, right? So let's say I want whoever finishes in first, I want them to be assigned automatically to the God Gamer role for 1 week, right? And then what's fun is that you can maybe assign the God Gamer to just be the only one on the activity feed, or you can make them select the next contest type. You can also you can add multiple of these, right? So participants, we can just add all of them. Let's add booster to top 3. And then you could set the expiration of the roles if you want. And then gems are in-game currency. Soon we're going to have a shop with in-game items, game keys, hopefully some gift cards as well. So the prize pool, you could either have it winner takes all or participant count, which depends on how many participants we have in the contest. It will distribute the prize pool accordingly. So if I want to do a 100 gem contest, and then if I go ahead and I create that contest for our guild, we're going to see it being created over here on the left. So just like that, I've deployed a contest that anyone in my server can participate in, right? This is what it'll look like. It'll have the live leaderboards. It'll show you the reward breakdown and any information when it does start. You could even boost the contest. All the stats will be shown here. This is basically a live view of the same contest, right? Via web or Discord. I can maybe show you guys what this looks like for a contest that's already in progress. So this is a guild contest for this guild over here. As you can see, Afak is running away with it once again. And if I take a look at their Discord server, their guild 100 you can see it's showing the activity. So when users are completing a game, it's generating their image. If I go all the way to the top, this is the leaderboard, which is also in sync with the actual leaderboard happening here. I can't believe I have 0 points. I've been unlocking eugenics achievements. But yeah, that's kind of the idea. So there's going to be a lot of different game modes, a lot of features coming out, and the entire purpose is really that it helps engage your community in friendly competitions that kind of spice things up a little bit. How you use it is up to you guys. I'm very interested in feedback right now. Our whole team is very good. We implement stuff very quickly. So if you have any suggestions, or if this tool maybe isn't quite there yet for your server, if there's any feature requests you want, you guys can hop onto our Discord. We're very open. We're trying to build this thing with these communities in mind. So come on down, and I hope that gave you guys a good understanding of how to install RivalRyze and some of the features. Thank you.